All right. All right. What's going on, people? What's going on? Hope you guys are, we already got some football action earlier. We got the Colts and Patriots. Pretty boring game so far, but I mean, it is football. Good way to start the morning. All right. So far, Colts, Patriots, not too much action going on. Definitely starting much better second half for sure. Locked in a nice teaser. So you got a big teaser that I like it today. And I have one leg. I hit a 10 later earlier this week, and I'm on my last leg, which is just Cowboys and Leon. So probably going to be a free win there, which would be nice. I'll just go over some NFL lines. The NFL is hot right now. Yeah, the Jags +3. About, I don't know, maybe 30 minutes ago, it was 3.5. So there's been some line movement in Jags and Miami. If you're able to block Packers and +3.5, I think that was a steal. As far as other line movements go, haven't seen really any other line movement. Ravens line stayed the same. Titans line stayed the same. I thought the Titans would get around 3-ish, so you got a half a point to the point, but stayed the same. The Texans line moved down. They were like 6 or 6.5, so that's moved down to 5.5. Um, and Chargers were +3, and they moved down half a point this morning. And Seattle was a half a point higher, so they moved down to 5.5. That's really the only line movement so far this morning. And so far for pretty much the bets, if I were to do like a straight money line bet, I'd probably throw in Cowboys. I mean, they're the only lock today, really. I like the Ravens at home, and then uh, I'd probably throw in the Seahawks at home too. That'd probably be my three-teamer. I think I did post that for the NFL parlay video if you guys haven't watched that already. Some underdogs I like today. Chargers, very good underdog today at home. Jaguars, good underdog at home today. Vikings are an intriguing underdog. Not really betting them, but I could definitely see them winning. Yo, what's good, EJ? What's the locks? I mean, it's definitely Cowboys. Um, I mean, they should be able to dominate the Giants. Giants can't score touchdowns. It's a high spread. I think they can cover the spread though. I really do. They should be able to dominate the Giants here. But yeah, like Chargers as an underdog, Jags as an underdog. I think Seattle gets the cover at home. -5.5, pretty low over under, or a pretty low spread. So that's definitely a coverable line for the Seattle against a pretty bad Washington defense. Um, Texans and Bengals, I see that as an over game. I don't know. I like the over in that. I definitely threw that in my teaser. I think the Ravens can win at home. Remember last time they played the Browns, it was like 28-3, 25-3 or whatever. They dominated the Browns last game. Titans are a good underdog today. Will Levis looks promising. The offense has been able to move a bit. So yeah, like the Titans here. Uh, Jets in Vegas. No idea what that game. That game really is just a toss up. I don't know. I mean, I don't really think anyone should be betting on Jets and Raiders. And then Buffalo and Denver tomorrow night. I don't know. Buffalo, it's like Buffalo's trending down, and not sure if they're that reliable, to be honest. So I'm probably staying away from Buffalo. Normally, I would include them in pretty much all my parlays, but that is not the case this year. As far as some player props, Christian McCaffrey, you got to ride the Christian McCaffrey touchdown streak. I mean, that streak is just automatic so far. It's been pretty easy money too. Christian McCaffrey getting those touchdowns every week. Um, Honestly, any of the stars for the Cowboys are pretty good bets to score today. Pollard and CeeDee Lamb, I'd say, are a pretty good bet to score. Yo, what's good, Mr. GC? Yo, Techheen, appreciate the follow, buddy. Appreciate this. Appreciate the follow. Smash the like button. Thanks, Mr. G. Let's go. Yeah, I think this could be a Derrick Henry touchdown game. Kind of feeling that. Um, Ravens, maybe a Lamar Jackson anytime touchdown could be pretty decent. Bengals, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, with no T Higgins, Jamar Chase. I think Jamar Chase touchdown should be pretty good here. I'd probably take the over on. I'd probably take the over on CJ Stroud's passing yards. I've been coming off a 400 plus yard game. It's going to be a throwing battle here, so I think his over on the yards is pretty good. Rushing yards over on Henry, I'd say so. Tampa Bay, I mean, he should be able to run on Tampa Bay, and I think they're going to get plenty of scoring opportunity against the Bucks. I think this will be a good scoring game. So I like Derrick Henry. Yo, what's going on? Statement. Let's get the cash. Let's do it. Let's do it. Um, as far as player props, man, take anybody's over in the Detroit and Chargers game. I feel like that's going to be a straight up over kind of game, high scoring game. So I expect a lot of passing, a lot of rushing. Over on Henry receiving yards. What's his receiving yard total? I know he's been getting some catches here lately. Been pretty solid in the backfield with the screen catches. Um, and the Jaguars, I feel like 11 and a half. Oh, yeah, I like that. Jags receivers today up against a pretty bad 49er secondary. So I like Evan Ingram, Christian Kirk, Ridley. I think they all have very good games. They could definitely hit their overs. And yeah, I think Trevor Lawrence has a good game. ETN probably has a better gets more catches out of the backfield today instead of rushing. Um, yeah, I think the Jags offense will do fine against the Niners today. Um, yeah, Sundays we're all about NFL here. We do got pretty good NBA slate today too. I believe it's still tournament play today. I don't really know how the tournament thing works because I know it hasn't been every time there's been games on. It's like once a week or whatever. It's like tournament games or twice a week. But Knicks and Hornets, I'm seeing this Knicks line move to 10.5, which is a very high total for the Knicks. But in like I think the last 3 or 4 wins for the Knicks, they've won by 10 plus. I don't know, 10.5 is just a big number for a Knicks team. So that's a tough game right there to call. Nets and Wizards, Nets missing some key scorers. And Cam Thomas and Ben Simmons out. Not that Ben Simmons is a key scorer, but definitely a key player. Washington's an intriguing underdog today. Grizzlies and Clippers. Uh, Clippers should get back on track today after that bad loss to the Mavs up against a bad Grizzlies team. I'd really be shocked if the Clippers lost at home. Sixers and Pacers. Pacers surprisingly playing very well right now, and yeah, I like the Sixers. I like the Sixers. Sixers are hot. Embiid coming off a monster game. They've looked great. And Pacers, I know they struggled on the road against Philly. So I think Philly's got a good spot up against a very sneaky Pacers team. Heat and Spurs, I'm pretty sure the main question, I think Jimmy Butler's questionable. As long as Jimmy's playing, I'd probably lean with the Heat just because Spurs, they just haven't been good, even with Victor. The Victor hype, it's fun, but they just haven't looked good. Denver and Houston, this one's going to be tough to monitor, I guess, until Jamal Murray gets back, which we don't know when that'll be. I'd say probably like a few weeks or a month or so. So we're going to see how well Denver plays without Jamal Murray. But, as long as they got Jokic, I think they'll be fine. But Houston, a sneaky underdog today. Very sneaky underdog. They've on a big win streak, surprisingly playing very good. Wouldn't shock me if Houston gets the win at home. Detroit and the Bulls. Remember, the Detroit's last win was against Chicago. Um, so I just don't know if I trust Chicago at all this season. They're just not very good. Mavs and Pelicans. Hard not to bet against the Mavs. I mean, the Pelicans aren't the same without CJ McCollum and some of their other guys that they're missing. And Mavs are just playing excellent. And hard not to bet against the Mavs here. Thunder and Suns. That one's a tough one. I could see that one going either way. Still no Devin Booker. Until Phoenix can really get their big three, we don't really know what they're going to be capable of. Um, Beal's been pretty fine in his few games back. So I do kind of like the Suns at home, coming off that bad Lakers loss. Minnesota Golden State. I've seen some line movement on this Golden State game. When I was recording this morning, Golden State was an underdog. Now they flipped to a 1.5 point favorite. So I still like them at home. And coming off some losses, I still like them. And then the Lakers and Blazers. Lakers 10-point favorites. I don't know. Seems kind of sketchy. I know this Blazers team. I think they're missing, no Brogdon. I mean, they're dealing with so many injuries. I feel like this has got to be a game Lakers win. If they lose to the beat up Blazers that are pretty much not a playoff team, it's just not going to be a good look for the Lakers. So I think Lakers get a nice win at home tonight. NHL only have 5 games today, so small NHL slate. Panthers and Blackhawks. Panthers big favorites at home. Chicago beat them in the last matchup, but Chicago has not been able to win on the road at Florida. I think that's why Florida is such a big favorite. So I do like the Panthers at home. But if you're trying to throw a couple bucks on some underdogs, hey, Chicago already beat Florida. I'm sure they could do it again at plus 240. It's definitely worth a shot for an underdog play. Dallas and the Wild. You're looking at Dallas is a slight little favorite, but pretty much a pick'em scenario. And they've just been the much better team here. So I like that. I like the Stars. They're playing very good. Rangers and Blue Jackets, big favorites at home. I think Rangers should be fine against Columbus, another plus 200 underdog. So do what you want with those underdogs in NHL today. Vancouver, Montreal. I like Vancouver coming off a loss. They're playing one of the more surprising teams in the NHL so far this season. And then San Jose and the Ducks. I mean, one of the best bets in sports right now is betting against San Jose. They were on that little two-game winning streak, but it ended last game. They still are barely scoring a goal or two a game. Uh, so I think it's a good spot for Anaheim at home. Um, let's see. I use FanDuel for most of my bets. FanDuel is just I think like the best betting site. I love it. They actually just got to be on the site though. Randomly they'll put out some boosts, um, like within like the last hour or two before the game start. Like this one just came out. Lions and Seahawks each to cover -2.5 at +220. That's interesting. And then you got CeeDee Lamb, Keenan, DK Metcalf each to have 50 yards. Went from +115 to +180, which is definitely doable for all three of those. I really feel like that'll probably hit, to be honest. All three of them to get 50 seems very nice to me, honestly. If I'd have had more money, I'd probably lock that bet in because that seems like a solid bet. Um, yeah, and so far, if you bet on the Colts and Patriots game 7-3 at half, pretty boring game. The main line was pretty much Patriots like +3, +2.5, depending on what you did. So definitely still in range for them to get the cover and or win the game. But yeah, I swear they always put these bad games in the morning. Last week was good with the Chiefs and Dolphins, but yeah, like Colts and Patriots. I don't think anyone's really excited for Colts and Patriots at like 9 in the morning. And I'll give you guys my teaser. I got a teaser locked in for today. Been crafting it up all morning, and I really like it. So on FanDuel, you can do 14-point teasers, but most places you can still do 13-point teaser. But this is my teaser for today. 7 legs. I really like it. The only bad side about the 14-point teaser, you have to go 7 legs to get it at +100. All the other sites you can go like 5 legs to get like +100. So it's unfortunate, but I did find 7 that I liked. Um, so yeah, I locked this 7-teamer in. It's Jags +17, which I think they're going to play well. I think they could win this one at home. I got the over 24.5 in the Titans game, over 24.5 in the Browns game, over 32.5 in the Bengals game, Chargers +16.5, Cowboys -3.5. I think they should have no problem beating the Giants pretty bad. And then I got the Seahawks +8.5. Feeling pretty good about this teaser here and hoping for some big wins today. Yeah, no, 7-3 right now. Pretty boring game. Definitely a winnable game for the Patriots, though. I mean, there's just a 3-point spread. I'm sure it's probably going to stay around that way, unless the Colts do something crazy because their offense didn't really look good in the first half. They got that one little drive on the Patriots. That was about it. And the Patriots, they've just been a second half team all year because they've been so bad in the first half. But yeah, usually my parlays, unless it's one I just got to lock in, I just don't know how anyone could be betting on the game in the morning because, man, if you don't want to take a L before all the games start at 1. That's just that hurts. So normally I never really do that anyways. I always just think about the game in the morning like doesn't exist, and then I just focus on all the other games. So that way I can just have the game on and watch it with no pressure, which is how the morning game's supposed to be. All right. Yeah, still haven't seen much line movement. Most of the lines have been pretty the same this morning. Yeah, FanDuel has these like weekly specials, which are always interesting to like put a couple bucks on. Um, Adam, Magic and Heat were huge. Oh, nice. Yeah, last night was underdog night, which was crazy. I'm telling you, it's always those like 2 to 3 game slate or whatever. That's usually when it's just everything goes wrong and it's all underdogs. So yeah, I think what we've learned so far is that the Bucks, or obviously it's early on, Bucks they have their problems. Like they're not that great right now. Giannis has been putting up monster numbers and they've been losing. And Magic are a good young team. I don't think you can bet against the Magic anymore. And like they're a good young team. I think they're going to be able to win a lot of games this year. And yeah, they're big underdogs. I think they're going to get the cover. So I don't think you could treat the Magic like we have been in the past. And yeah, the Bucks are disappointing right now. That just shows how crazy the NBA is. You just never know what's going to happen on a nightly basis. Yeah, so yeah, on FanDuel they got these weekly specials. This one sounds interesting. Plus 180. Derrick Henry, Aaron Jones to combine for plus 150. I think if you can get 100 out of Derrick Henry, I think you can get 50 from Aaron Jones. So that one seems doable. It's always on the small game night. I'm telling you, it is. Anytime there's a 2 game slate anytime it's like a 2 game NHL slate or something, I always go like 0 and 2. It's just, it's crazy. So I kind of hate the small slates because they always are just absolutely opposite. Um, Talk about football. No, it's all good. You guys talk whatever you want. I'll be live for about another 15, 20 minutes. So you guys talk about whatever. Um, yeah, some of these weekly specials are kind of crazy. Um, I mean, CJ Stroud to throw 5 touchdowns is plus 6,500. Seems very unlikely, but if you just had the balls to put like 100 on it or something crazy, boy, is that a nice payday. But I don't think anyone's gonna be brave enough to ever do that. Um, yeah, yeah. Next week, because I just see it on the slate, we got Chiefs and Eagles. Uh, that'll be a good game. Both teams on bye. What's good, Anthony? Talk about anything, baby. We're talking about anything and everything. Yeah, if you guys want some easy money today, you got to ride the Christian McCaffrey touchdown streak. You haven't been running a CMC touchdown. I think today, if I'm not mistaken, if he scores again today, I'm pretty sure he breaks like the all-time touchdown record for consecutive games. So gotta take advantage of CMC. I mean, he's been unbelievable. Oh, appreciate it, Anthony. Appreciate the sub. But yeah, CMC, I'd say I mean, he's been a lock to score every single week. Kristen, what's the biggest ticket you hit? Uh, I don't know. I've hit for a couple thousand. Not too crazy. Um, I'm not out here placing insane bets. That would be crazy. Um, but yeah, I feel like anyone from the Cowboys today could be touchdowns if you like doing touchdown parlays. Uh, Add a first touchdown score. No, just I mean just to score in general. He's scored every single time. So he's on the 16. I think it's like a 16 game scoring streak or something like that. So I would take CMC just anytime touchdown. He's probably like minus close to 200 or something. I don't know what his touchdown thing is, but I would still take him or throw him in like a two teamer. Appreciate it, Dante. Don, thanks for the sub. Appreciate it. Tony, you think Chiefs and Eagles will be in the Super Bowl again? That's a tough one. I mean, I bet they're probably the favorites too, but we got the Bengals coming on strong. Ravens, I mean, Ravens are looking good. Jags are looking very sneaky. Yeah, 150, 170. Um, yeah, I'd recommend throwing them in like a two-teamer, get the plus money, but it's been free money. My first parlay ever, I won 1,000 off 10. Love to see that. I love to see that. Yeah, anytime touchdown scores, Christian McCaffrey, I feel like Tony Pollard or CeeDee Lamb, anyone on the Dallas is probably going to get multiple touchdown opportunities or looks in the red zone. So I like it. I like the main guys from Dallas to get in the end zone today. Uh, yeah, usually on FanDuel they have a touchdown boost where you can get like plus 30% for touchdown scores, which those are fun. Um, but yeah, as far as I would go CMC and maybe like Tony Pollard, CeeDee Lamb, Derrick Henry, you just never know. I feel like he's always a bet to score, even though he hasn't scored much this season. I like Keenan Allen or Eckler to get a touchdown today. Appreciate it, Anthony. Appreciate the sub. Have a good day. I think maybe DK Metcalf gets in the end zone today against this Washington defense. Cardinals and Falcons. I saw a report. Bijan Robinson expected to get more red zone touches. We'll see what that means. But I mean, I could definitely see Bijan having a great game today against Arizona. Bengals and Texans. I feel like it's going to be you like Joe Mixon 2 touchdowns, Coyote. Yeah. I mean, 2 touchdowns. Who knows? Who knows? But I think Joe Mixon could definitely score. I like Jamar Chase. I like the Houston receivers. Don't sleep on Houston. I like guys like maybe Tank Dell. Uh, Noah Brown had a heck of a week last week. Yeah, CJ Stroud slings it out to everyone. David, how do you like CJ Stroud over 300 plus yards? 300 is a huge number. It really is. But he's been doing it. Last week, coming off that close to like almost like 500 yards and all those touchdowns. So I like it. I feel like Bengals are good now. Bengals are going to be scoring. So I feel like they're going to have to throw. Their run game hasn't been that great this year. That's why he's been putting up big numbers. So I kind of like it. And he's been on fire. So I don't think he's going to slow down passing wise. And the Bengals are missing some guys on defense too. So I think I like a big day from Stroud and a big day from the Texans. Also going to sprinkle on Browns money line. I don't hate it. Just remember, I mean, I know they had Deshaun Watson this week, but remember that they played earlier in the season. The Ravens won 28-3, but they didn't have Watson. Um, so I expect them to score way more than 3 points here, but it's tough. I still like the Ravens at home, but I mean, hey, Browns, the defense could definitely have a good game today. Oh my gosh, did he miss it? Oh, Patriots just missed that field goal. I mean, that was like so close. I don't know how he missed that. Ooh, that's a bad look for the Patriots. You wouldn't touch that. It's almost the playoffs. I feel that. Browns money line, they'd rather take the plus. Yeah, that's a tough one. If I were to take the Browns at a 6.5, I would buy the point, get Browns 7.5. So you're covered by a touchdown because I feel like it could be a touchdown kind of game. Yeah, Kristen and Green Bay or Pitt. That's a good question. I would probably lean Pittsburgh, but I mean, I just look at that game and I look right past it. I just have no interest including it in anything or betting on it. Both offenses, I mean, both offenses like really are struggling to put up like 15 to 20 points. So, yeah, maybe the under's the play. I don't know. I would still take a shot. I'd probably still lean with Pittsburgh. Just I'm not impressed with the Packers, but unless you're just absolutely desperate, I just don't see why anyone would be betting on that game. There's just so many other better games. Like there's just no reason to bet on the Packers and Steelers. There's just zero reason. Unless you're trying to like, I usually do it a lot of times. Unless you're doing a Hail Mary for like $1 and you're just picking every game on the slate or the spread, then otherwise there's really just there's no need. All right. But yeah, excited for a nice NFL slate today. Should be a good one. You guys have any parlays you guys have locked in already? You guys still working on it? Because I crafted a teaser that I do have. I have a 10-legger that I made earlier in the week for college football on a free bet on my last leg today, which is just Cowboys money line. It was a $20 bet to win 60 with a 10-legger with all college football too. So last leg, unless the Cowboys somehow lose today, the Giants could be pretty free money today. So that'll be a nice win. And yeah, rolling with the teaser. I said it earlier in the live. I got a 17 teaser that I have on FanDuel because I pretty much just go one big teaser for the day. That's usually my main play. And then maybe sprinkle a couple little prop bets or something or some kind of boost or something. But so yeah, I got Jaguars plus 17. I got the over 24.5 in the Titans game, over 24.5 in the Ravens game, over 32.5 in the Houston game, Chargers plus 16.5, Cowboys minus 3.5, and then the Seahawks plus 8.5. So that's my teaser that I really like today. It's been a while crafting it. So yeah, I would love for these overs to hit because I feel like the spreads should cover. So I really hope these teased overs hit and we get some nice cash today. Oh, dang. I had my chat scrolled up. I just missed all your guys' things. Um, you'd rather take the for the Browns, keep with the great content. Appreciate it, Adam. Appreciate it, buddy. Believe the Vikings will win. Yeah, I think Vikings are sneaky with Josh Dobbs today. Kristen locked in already. Love it. You like Amon Ross St. Brown over 100? Yeah, I mean, I feel like he should have a day on against the Chargers D for sure. 12 peeps here. Y'all smash the like button. Appreciate it, Mr. G. Locked in a 5 leg. Love it. Love it. Sometimes you live betting. Yeah, I haven't done too much live betting this season. unless it just has to really pop me, like if I see something crazy, I don't even know, like if like the Cowboys today just somehow went down like 21-0, I'd probably that'd be a live bet I'd be intrigued to take the Cowboys because I think they'd come back. But I haven't seen anything really like that this season for me to really live bet on. But if I do see it, I will hop in if I see something that is worth doing and you believe in a comeback. Appreciate it, Crystal. Appreciate it. Yeah, I'm gonna start doing these lives more on my phone. It's just easier for me to just kind of be chilling and chatting, and so I want to start doing these lives a bunch more. And I'm trying to get my followers up on TikTok too, because I want to go live on TikTok as well, so I can get more, so I can get more of an audience too. But yeah, I'm gonna start doing these, and I might go live a little bit for a short amount of time during the night, probably I don't know later around like 11 or so, just for a little bit. Do a quick recap and just chat about the games and have those parlays on it. So probably we'll go live again tonight. And yeah, I'll start doing live a lot more now, and just for a little bit, and just chat and just talk about sports. So we're over 275. I'd like to, yeah, maybe I think we're having a throw day 275, but we'll see. We'll see because if Joe makes it successful run, I mean, they could be running it. Just depends. I expect a lot of action in the game. I think we play Packers. I mean, I want everybody to listen. Who knows? Who knows? But I don't know. I just like doing my thing. It's just fun. I don't have to worry about it being dealing with anyone other people. It's just me. So that's always nice. I don't think that would be over the Colts game because that is most definitely dead. If you took the under, you had a nice matchup. We're sitting at 23 and a half. I really feel like that won't hit, honestly, which is crazy. Me, I'll be in. Appreciate you being a member. I see you. I see you. I'm gonna go live again tonight, guys. Just for a little bit. Probably around 11 or so. Probably during the last NFL game, maybe when it ends. Do a little recap of the day, chat with you guys for a little bit. So I'm starting these lives more. I'm starting with him. So stay tuned for those guys. I hope you guys are best morning, guys, or all day today. Hope you guys cash out. Good with your parlays. And I'll do a recap tonight. Catch you